In this travel guide, we're going to discuss all the best things to do in Koh Tao, Thailand, followed by some ideas of where to stay on the island and how to get there. Let's go. The top things to do in Koh Tao, Thailand.
One of the coolest things that anyone can do on this island is swim with sharks at the aptly named Shark Bay. Shark Bay is situated at the southern tip of the island, and you don't have to swim out very far to see some of the blacktip reef sharks that inhabit the area. Blacktip reef sharks are relatively small compared to some other shark species, and in Koh Tao, they are typically about 1 meter to 1.5 meters long. They don't pose a threat to humans and will try to avoid contact with them. They like shallow, coastal waters, and that's why they can be found here. If you're lucky, there's also a green sea turtle named George that inhabits the area too.
The most popular beach to stay on the island is Sairai Beach. This beach is the biggest on the island with a length of nearly 2 kilometers. This is one of the best beaches to relax on as it has the most in terms of beach bars and restaurants, with lots of places to lounge around in the sun. This area has a lot to offer in terms of international food. We saw lots of Western restaurants, including Mexican food, burger places, and sandwich shops, although it was a little lacking in Thai food. Sairai Beach definitely has the liveliest nightlife on the island. Koh Tao claims to have the biggest pub crawl in Asia, and this kicks off every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday around 8 p.m. and will take you to all the best bars and clubs on the island.
Koh Tao is the cheapest place in the world to learn how to scuba dive. Not only that, but it's one of the safest and easiest places to learn, as the water around the island is generally calm. On top of that, it has some amazing dive sites just off the island. If you learn to dive, you'll do a PADI course, which is a 3-day course where you'll learn all of the theoretical and practical knowledge to learn how to dive safely, and go on your first dive, all under the guidance of an experienced dive master. Koh Tao is home to numerous dive schools and centers offering a wide range of scuba diving courses. The waters surrounding Koh Tao are teeming with marine life, including colorful coral reefs and various species of fish. Learning to dive in Koh Tao will be a life-changing experience.
Once you have completed your PADI open water, you may wish to then go on and complete the advanced course. The advanced course will train you how to descend up to 30 meters, and this will open up the best dive sites that Koh Tao has to offer. One of the best dive sites in the region is Sail Rock, which is located about a 2-hour boat ride away from the island. If you are lucky, you may be able to catch a glimpse of the biggest fish in the world, the whale shark. These incredible animals can grow up to 12 meters or 39 feet, but are harmless to humans as they only eat plankton.
So we're Jack and Jordan, and we run a Thailand-based travel agency. If you would like assistance planning your trip to Thailand, please get in touch with us through our website, jj-adventures.online, and we can help you plan your dream trip to Thailand.
Being an island, there are a lot more beaches to explore than just Sairai Beach, and part of the fun of Koh Tao is exploring these beaches. During our most recent stay, we visited Al Luwak Beach on the eastern side of the island. There were only a handful of people here, and it was nice to get away from the busier beaches. We also spent a day in the southern part of the island at Shark Bay, Chalok Ban Khao Bay, and Freedom Beach. These were all really nice places to relax and are just a short drive from each other.
Koh Tao is fairly hilly for such a small island, which means that it has a number of stunning viewpoints from which to view the ocean. Here you can see us watching the sunset from Treehouse Cafe near Ao Luk Beach. This is a beautiful wooden cafe built into the hillside, and we enjoyed watching the sun go down over the ocean. Other viewpoints on the island to consider visiting are John Swan Viewpoint and Summit Viewpoint.
One of the most interesting places to visit lies just off the coast of Koh Tao, Nanguan Island. Nanguan Island is actually a group of 3 small islands connected by a sandbar. The sandbar connects the 3 islands as a narrow pathway that visitors can walk across. There is nowhere else in Thailand that has a sandbar that connects 3 islands like this. Once on the island, you should definitely climb up to the viewpoint to get the best view of the island.
That's it for the best things to do on Koh Tao. Now let's talk about where is the best place to stay on the island. As we already mentioned, Sairai Beach is one of the most popular places to stay because it has the most to offer in terms of nightlife. We actually chose not to stay over there though, because a lot of hotel reviews mention the noise coming from the bar area at night. This could be avoided by staying a bit away from the walking street.
We chose to stay near the pier, and we were quite happy with this choice, as there were still quite a few bars and restaurants. The only problem we had here is that the beach area isn't that nice, and there are boats constantly coming in and out, so you can't really swim.
If we were to stay on Koh Tao again, we would stay at the southern tip of the island around the Shark Bay area. This area seemed to have lots of really nice hotels, whilst being close to a number of different beaches to explore.
Since Koh Tao is an island, it's a little tricky to get to, so let's talk a little bit about how to get there. We recommend taking the Lampraya ferry because it's the quickest way to arrive to the island. Ferries leave 4 times a day from Chumpon Pier and Donsak Pier in Surat Thani, but can be combined with a bus ticket from places like Bangkok, Phuket, and Krabi.
That's it for our top things to do in Koh Tao. If you enjoyed this travel guide, how about checking out our top 10 things to do in Krabi or the top 10 things to do in Chiang Rai? If you want some ideas for your Thailand travel itinerary, please check out our website, jj-adventures.online.